All right, JMO, just the week, the running back room, you guys fired up for Wyoming.
Oh, for sure. I mean, every week's a new challenge, and this is our biggest game this season. You hear Coach D say it a lot. It's our biggest one because it's our next one. But we're really short-sighted right now with our picture, with our view, and so all our attention's on Wyoming.
You know, Ashton closing in now on 2,000 yards, could very well get it this week. You know, talking to the lineman, or talking to Ben yesterday, who was talking about the bet he made with Mason and everything. You know, just how excited is this team, you know, as he gets closer to that mark?
I mean, it's pretty cool, but like it's not something that we've like emphasized in meetings or things like that. But it's awesome to see just the progression of how it's went through the season, you know. And so I'll be super proud of him when he hits that mark. And yeah, I don't think it's not a point of emphasis, but it's just pretty cool to be a part of it.
He's going to be just the 30th person in FBS. What does that say?
I mean, it's a testament to him, our O-line, really our full offense. I mean, because they make everything go together, and so I mean, it's just really a great honor. But it's not something, like I said, that we emphasize too much. But it's just pretty cool to be a part of it.
What sticks out to you about just his week in the rehab and what he does with his body? I mean, the guy's taking carries. I mean, you've been there. Like,
oh yeah.
What sticks out, JMO?
I mean, his body's his business, and so he does a really good job throughout the week of getting in here, getting his rehab, soft tissue. I mean, cold tubs, whirlpool. I mean, it's a full day thing. The beauty of it is he has online classes, so he gets to be in there quite a bit more than the regular guys that got to go on campus for class, and so that's a big help for him each week. But he's just intentional.
How much does he embrace, you know, just those 30 carries or doing whatever it needs to be done, you know, regardless if it's being taken out at halftime, if it's, like I said, making the 30 carries? How much does he embrace whatever he needs to do?
I mean, he's such a team guy, and that's the beauty of it. And a lot of times, you know, we're getting late in games and we're starting to grind some teams out, and I'm looking at him a lot like, hey, you good? And he's like, man, get out of here. Like, he wants to play so bad, and that's just how much he loves his teammates and how much he loves this program. But yeah, I mean, he's ready for whatever. I think that's the biggest improvement he's made from last season to this season, is because he wasn't expecting to take, you know, early on after George got hurt, he wasn't expecting to take so many carries, and he got thrusted into that role. This year is a little bit different story with how he trained and how he operated going into the season, and so you're seeing a guy who's in really good shape that's taking really good care of his body. Not saying that the hits don't take their toll, but I mean, he's prepared himself to be able to be a workhorse and do what he has to do to make this team.
If you're in a say you're in a close game and you go up to him and you say, "Hey, Ashton, I think we need to, you know, spell you a little bit." How much do you think he would fight you on that?
He fights me all the time on it, and so I mean, you could see it, especially in the UNLV game where he got dinged up. I mean, he went to, you know, I mean, he sprained his elbow. He went to the tent for 2 plays and came right back out. And so, like, he understands that each game is super important, and he's such a winner. He's a warrior. Like, I can't say it any other way. He's a warrior when he gets out there in between the pain.
How difficult is it to play with the brace on, do you think?
I mean, I know there's some restrictions there, but I don't think it's too difficult because he wears it every day. And so the first game, you could tell it was messing with him a little bit, but now that he's got it, they fixed it around. They've adjusted some straps on it, and they've got it a little bit tighter on there. It's not hindering him as much.
How much do you think the wind is going to affect the offense? I mean, does that make it even more of a running game? I mean, I've seen reports like 25 to 30 miles an hour.
I mean, I've been a part of some windy games. I mean, when I was in Ogden back in the day at Weber State, we had some windy games late in the year. It definitely can affect the game, but it kind of depends on whether you're throwing into it or, you know, you got it at your back. But I mean, it's football. We'll have to adjust however we have to, and you know, because we're just playing to win the game.
Tyler Crow came in last week and had a huge run for a first down. With the game still very much on the line, how excited were you and his teammates for him to get that opportunity?
I mean, every time Crow goes out there, gives it his all, and he's just the type of guy that we all root for. He's the All-American story of a college football athlete. Came in as a walk-on linebacker, earns a scholarship. He's going to be a master's graduate here pretty soon with his MBA. But he's just the All-American story of a guy coming in, working his butt off, and then having him make plays like that in crucial situations. It's just what we expect, and so he just does a really good job. I call him Mr. Reliable all the time.
What do you think's next for T Crow? Like 10 years from now, what do you think T Crow's into?
He's built for life, man. Like I said, he's gonna get his MBA here pretty soon. I think at the end of next semester. So he's got the world at his hands, man. And that's what we do here. You know, we build them up on the football field, but we try to make sure that they're ready for that next step, whether it is football on Sundays or going into that next step of life. But he's gonna be successful at whatever he puts his mind to.
Dylan Riley's carving out a pretty nice niche on special teams. Where do you see him going from here on there, and how good can he be returning kicks?
Oh, he can be really good. I mean, you know, as a young guy, you're making that progression, and sometimes it takes a little bit longer than others. But Dylan's a guy who came in the summer, and whatever we've asked him to do, I mean, some things he excels in really fast. Like, he already took a kickback, but he still has those freshman jitters as you get out there. But he's playing really good football, and that makes you proud because he's out there on kickoff. He's a backup on our punt team. He's our kickoff returner, and you know all freshmen have issues, but it's all about how they respond. And I think he did a really good job, you know, coming out there after Cam put one on the ground, and he responded. You know, he tracked the ball well. He had great ball security and had an explosive return. And the other piece a lot of people don't see is he goes down there and he makes it explosive on kickoff. He runs through somebody's face, goes, gator rolls, and tackles the ball in the 15. But you love to see that progression as a true freshman because now he's getting more comfortable just playing football.
Thanks.